What is up, guys? Silksong, 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 Silksong. While we sit here and wait patiently for easily my most anticipated game ever, I wanted to go over some things that aren't yet confirmed for Silksong that I would like to be in the game. I also want to know what you guys wish to be in Silksong, so comment below and let's talk about it. Really, the main thing I want that hasn't been confirmed yet is a new colosseum. Now, I loved the original colosseum in Hollow Knight. It provides a great place to experience the peak of Hollow Knight combat, as well as a fun endgame optional challenge. Silksong seems to be more hyper-focused on the combat this time around, since Hornet is a larger character, so platforming won't be as big a focus. If we do get an arena-like area, I hope they take it a step further this time around. After beating all 3 trials, there isn't much point in repeating them as they are static waves and don't change at all. It's a good way to farm Geo though. I hope Silksong ends up having a trial that has dynamic waves. So instead of there being a static progress, instead each wave draws from a pool of different encounters to spawn. So each run through a trial is different. However, I don't think it can be fully randomized, as part of the fun of the arena is facing the handcrafted and placed enemy encounters. We need more fast travel points. As much as I love stag stations, there are not enough of them, and the Dreamnail warp is very situational. Bench warp has become just a standard in my casual Hollow Knight playthroughs at this point. This time around, Hornet will be riding on Beast to fast travel, so I hope the travel points are more widespread and cover all areas. Hornet is a hunter. Her toolset is wide and varied, and also deadly. The enemies in Silksong have become much more dynamic as a result of this. Just look at the Bell and Sybil guys go. Filling out the Hunter's Journal was so fun, and all the entries by the Hunter were great, but this time around I hope the bestiary goes in a little more depth. It would make sense, Hornet is a hunter, so keeping tab of stats, areas they found it in, etc. would be awesome. What do you guys think? Was the Hunter's Journal fun to fill out, or was it a chore? Something that I want, but I know I probably won't get, is custom sprites for Hornet. It would be sick if after you beat Silksong mode, or filled out the bestiary, you get a special recolor reskin of Hornet. This one is very unlikely to happen, but it would be an awesome way to have bragging rights, kind of like the Doom Eternal skins for beating Ultra Nightmare. A new Path of Pain, please. I love this optional challenge. Stuff like this that really forces the player to see if they can put all the skills they have learned together to overcome a super challenge is right down my alley. The best part about it is that it's optional, and players aren't missing out on any huge reward. Team Cherry does such a good job with optional content and challenges. I can't wait to see what they have in store for Silksong. I would love a space in the journal that keeps tabs on all the lore notes you find in the game, as well as their locations. Having access to all this would be super helpful for people that struggle to follow the story, and I'm sure Mossbag wouldn't mind. Of course, we have a pretty decent wiki community, so I'm sure they will be all filled in pretty fast, but man, alt-tabbing is such a chore. This might make a few lore purists angry, but I would love some more stuff on the Grimm Troupe. Now I know they mainly go to dead or dying kingdoms to perform the ritual, and Farland will be much more lively and lived in, but that doesn't completely knock it out. Perhaps we run into an agent of the troupe that is keeping tabs on the kingdom, or even better yet, a Grimm cult that actively works on making a kingdom self-destruct so the troupe can move in. After all, there can only be so many kingdoms that die of natural causes. But I don't know, maybe that's too many cults. But then again, can you really ever have too many cults in a game? And lastly, to wrap it up, and this one actually has a fairly high chance of happening, is I want that huge spider-like boss from the OG Hollow Knight trailer. Weavers are spiders, Weavers are a huge part of Silksong. Will we finally get to fight Mecha Parker? We never really got to see any massive bosses in Hollow Knight. Radiance is fairly large for a good reason, but this robot is probably bigger than it, so who knows how big the bosses will get. Is there anything not yet confirmed that you would love to see in Silksong? Comment down below and let's talk about it. I love hearing the stuff you guys have to say. And as always, like, subscribe, or don't. But I love you guys anyways. Except people that use Sharp Shadow. You guys are the worst.